the assignment operator, combined assignment operators. We'll look at some order of operations type stuff. And I'm going to show you guys for the first time the J option pane and how to enter in some information and store it in variables. So let me open this up, and we're going to use just a normal sketch pad for this. No, I guess we're not. Do this. Start. Notepad. I just want a blank screen. Okay, cool. So, first one. Sketchpad. All right. So we've got arithmetic operators. Okay. These are all operators that you've seen since elementary school. So we've got addition, subtraction, multiplication. Sorry, that's a star. Division, and this called modulus, which is the Shift 5 button, the percent symbol. So, we could do just basic int a. Remember, int is an integer, and we could set that to 5, and we could have int b equals 2, and int c equals, actually we'll just make it semicolon at the end. So then we can do c equals a plus b, and if we did a system.out.println on c, the answer, is 5 plus 2, and that's 7. Okay, easy stuff. Basically, all this is the same for addition, subtraction, multiplication. Division gets a little bit funky. Let's go through division, okay? Because this is going to let me erase. Division gets a little bit funky with integers because, remember, ints are whole numbers. So if we had this int a equals 5, and we had int b equals 2, and int c, and we did c equals a divided by b. In real life, 5 divided by 2 would be equal to 2.5. But look at c. C is an integer. It only holds whole numbers. So what happens is the 0.5 gets chopped off. Okay, so c would actually display 2. C is actually equal to 2. Okay, so you need to remember that when you're working with division. So you may need to change c. You may need to change this, cross this out, and make it a double. So double c. Okay, and then it could then hold your 2.5. Okay, and I'll show you guys casting too. You probably want to put a double in front of this right here, and that casts it as a double. And I'm going to show you this when I open up the program. Okay, last one that is real simple, but you guys haven't done this for a while, is figuring out the remainder of a division problem. Okay, so I thought this was going to be able to erase faster. Alright, sorry you guys are watching this video and all I'm doing is erase. It'll take forever. Alright, so if we did that, okay, I need to write it out again. So int a equals 5 and int b equals 2, and we did int c, and we did c equals 5, or sorry, yeah, a modulus b. What that's really doing is elementary math, where you take 2 into 5, and you go, okay, how many times does 2 go into 5? It goes in twice. So 2 times 2 is 4. You subtract that out, you get 1, right? And remainder 1. Okay, so in this case, the answer to this is 1. Okay, so it's finding the remainder up here. There's lots of cases where you would want to use this. Like, let's say if you wanted to figure out if a number was even or odd. Okay, so let's say we're looking at A, all right? So if you wanted to figure out if A was even or odd, you would just do A modulus 2, okay? And if that comes out, if this answer equals 0, then it's even, okay? But if it comes out as a 1, it's odd, right? Because any number, 7 modulus 2, how many times does 2 go into 7? Goes in 3 times, so you've got 3 minus 3 times 2 is 6. You get 1, remainder 1, okay? But let's say A is 8, so you got 2 that goes into 8, and it goes in 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract those out, you get 0. Remainder 0. That's getting really sloppy here, so I apologize. But again, 2 goes into 8, and it gives you a remainder 0. All right, so the modulus is going to give you remainders. Cool. Delete this whole thing. Next thing I'm going to go through quickly is the assignment operators and delete. Cool. Assignment operators and combined operators. So we got assignment / combined. Okay, so this is your equals. Use this to assign. Okay, that's easy. But then we get into these ones right here where we're going plus equals, minus equals, multiply equals, divide equals, and modulus equals. So basically, if we had, let's see here, we had int a equals 5 again, and int b equals 2 again. We could do a plus equals b, okay? And that is going to take the value of a, which is 5, and add 2 to it. So the value is 5, and we're going to add 2 to it, and it's going to reassign it in here, and a is going to equal 7. Okay. Yeah, you're used to this. It would be equals a plus b, where you got 5 plus 2, and then this becomes 7. Programmers don't like typing, so they come up with fancy ways to combine things together so they don't have to type as much. And they do this all the time. So these are your combined operators, all right? And it would be the same with you know, if you did a minus equals b, okay? That's the equivalent of going a equals a minus b, all right? And so you got 5 minus 2 gives you 3, and so the same thing, your answer here is 3. Okay, so you'll often find combined operators, all right? Let's do another one. Another combined operators, you'll see these plus plus and minus minus. Let's say we had an int I, and that was equal to 7, okay? If I did I plus plus, okay, and then did a system dot out dot print on I, okay, it would basically print 8 right here. Because what this does is, this is equivalent to I equals I plus 1. Okay, so when you see these plus pluses, it's just incrementing by 1. All right, same with minus minus. If you did I minus minus here, and if none of this existed right here, none of this stuff existed, and I was 7, okay, and you did a system dot out dot print 6 would display here because it's basically doing I equals I minus 1. Okay, so again, programmers don't like typing, so you got I minus minus. That's equivalent to I equals I minus 1. All right. So let's open up Java and look at some of these as examples. And I'm going to show you some stuff to kind of throw you through a loop. All right. I'm just going to demonstrate all these arithmetic operators to you. So I'm just going to create main, I don't know, arithmetic operators. And we'll do like A plus B, and let me do, I don't know, int A equals 5 and int B equals, I don't know, yeah, 7's fine. It really does. Let's just do that. Just make sure this is okay. See out A minus B. And I'm going to see how that prints out. I could try casting that too. And then we'll do cout A modulus B and A modulus B and cout. Shoot, I'm going to have to go back and put endels on all of these. B modulus A, B modulus A. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go up there and so I'm gonna copy and paste that. Anyway, I mean, this will just demonstrate to you guys how all this stuff is being handled here, and I mean, it's not difficult, but I mean, the arithmetic operators are definitely important, and you know, you learn most of them when you're in elementary school, but we definitely need to work on, make sure you know the other one, the compound or combined operators. We'll do that as well. So we'll say cout A plus equals B, A plus equals B, What's wrong with this? There's something wrong here. Does not like this. Yeah, there we go. All right. So let's see how this ends up. All right, so 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 divided by 2 is 2. Because remember, they're ints, they chop off the so let me look at this real quick. This is like one of the intricacies of programming that there. So this is one of these things that you got to kind of memorize. If you're dividing integers, they're going to return an integer for you because integers don't hold decimal points. So I'm doing something called casting here. I'm casting these integers, this integer double, I'm casting them as a double, and then what happens is it holds on to that 0.5. So 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So 5 modulus 2, 2 goes into 5 2 times with a remainder of 1, so 1's returned. And then if I switch it to modulus 5, you know, the rule is that if the left-hand number is less than the right-hand number, then it just returns the left-hand number. So 2 is less than 5, so it returned 2. And then same thing when we add those together, we get 7. Let me think here. 7. Oh, okay. So this actually this is going here. Let me. So the reason why our numbers are messed up. So if I do A equals A plus B, that is the same. So it's going 5 plus 2 is 7 right there. So A is 7. And then, so A is now 7, and then it's going 7 minus equals 2, so that changes it to 5. So this is actually correct, but I wanted them to just stand on their own, so the answer is 5. So each time I'm going to subtract out the one before it. So I just wanted to go 5 minus equals 2, and it'll be 3 right here, yep. So then I'm going to remove that. So then I've got 5 multiplied by multiply equals 2 is 10. And so I get 10 here, right there. And then I should get 2 right here for this one because I haven't cast it as a double. But I could if I wanted to. Let's see here. Double. Let's see if that fixes it. Should change it to a 2.5. Nope, still doesn't like that. Can't do that. I'd probably have to see if it allows me for that. Yep, still doesn't, and I think it might have given me an error. see here. Yeah, it doesn't like that. Alright, so you can't do it like that. It's fine, it's not a big deal. And this one should give me 5 modules 2. It should be 1. So there's that. Alright, cool. So and then the last two I want to go through. Let's say I had int I, and that was equal to 10. And I had int I, and I'll do int y equals, I don't know, 5. So if I do cout I, and I do I plus plus, and if I do cout now let's make these the same thing so you can see what's going on. I'm going to do y, and I do plus plus y. Let's look at these at the bottom too here. You know what? Let me put endels on this one. Endel. So originally, if I do plus plus, it displays 10 first, which is a value of I, and then it adds 1 to I. So actually, if I do this, if I do cout, and we'll do I again, and run this one more time. The second time, it should be 11. So the value of I is 10, and then it becomes 11 after it printed originally. And Y, you add it first, so you go 10 plus 1, it equals 11, and then you display it. So just some intricate intricate things that you kind of gotta learn over time and memorize with C++. And this is the exact same as in Java, so this would help you if you switched over to Java as well. So anyway, that's all I got for you for arithmetic operators. So this video is done.